Welcome back to Royals Show. Today we are talking about Prince Harry, as palace sources have shut down rumors of a royal comeback for the Duke of Sussex. So make sure you subscribe to the channel for more new videos. A royal insider has firmly blasted any suggestion that Prince Harry could return as a working member of the royal family, following recent reports that the Duke of Sussex was exploring the idea of taking on a so-called part-time role. These rumors started circulating after Harry's brief reunion with his father, King Charles III, at Clarence House last week during his visit to the United Kingdom for a string of charitable events. It was the first face-to-face meeting between father and son in over 19 months, a detail that immediately captured the attention of both royal watchers and the international press. The meeting itself was described as cordial but short, lasting just under an hour over tea. For many observers, even that hour-long conversation seemed like a significant development, given the turbulent state of Harry's relationship with his family since stepping back from royal duties in early 2020. Sources close to the Duke told the Daily Mail that this reunion signaled what they called a thawing in relations. They hinted at a renewed sense of acceptance between father and son, something that could, in theory, pave the way for Harry to one day contribute again to royal duties, though in a limited capacity. However, not everyone agrees with that interpretation. Palace insiders have been quick to dismiss the idea, pointing out that King Charles, while forgiving in many ways, remains firmly against the concept of part-time royals. The idea of stepping in and out of royal duties has long been considered incompatible with the structure of the monarchy. If you serve the crown, you do so full-time, without mixing personal business ventures with official responsibilities. This principle was made clear when Harry and Meghan first stepped away nearly 5 years ago. The late Queen Elizabeth was adamant that being a royal was not a role one could dip in and out of depending on convenience. Still, Harry's willingness to reconnect has raised eyebrows. He told reporters that he would consider bringing his 2 children, Archie and Lilibet, to the UK more often. When asked directly, he admitted, "Yes, I would. This week has definitely brought that closer." It is a remarkable shift from his position just a few months ago in May, when he told BBC News that he couldn't imagine bringing his wife and children back to Britain, particularly after losing his legal appeal regarding government-funded security. Without that protection, Harry has long insisted that it would be unsafe for his young family to spend significant time in the UK. The debate over Harry's security is more than just a personal issue. It is political and symbolic. Many critics argue that once Harry stepped down from his official role, it would be unfair to provide him the same taxpayer-funded security as working royals. On the other hand, supporters say he remains a high-profile target due to his status and military background, and the lack of security effectively prevents him from visiting the country of his birth. This ongoing battle in the courts has deepened Harry's sense of estrangement, as he openly admitted that the decision saddened him and limited his ability to show his homeland to his children. In reflecting on his situation, Harry confessed, "I miss the UK. I miss parts of the UK. Of course I do. I think it's really quite sad that I won't be able to show my children my homeland." Those words reveal the inner conflict he faces, a desire to reconnect with his roots, while simultaneously feeling pushed away by the very institution he once served. For the public, it creates an image of a man torn between 2 worlds, the traditions of the monarchy and the independence of his life in California. But what does this mean for the monarchy itself? Some royal experts suggest that even if Charles might privately want to rebuild bridges with his son, allowing Harry to return in any semi-official role would set a dangerous precedent. It could encourage others to believe they too can pick and choose their responsibilities. Furthermore, the public perception of Meghan and Harry remains deeply divided. While some see them as victims of outdated royal traditions, others see them as opportunists who want the privileges of royal status without the burdens. The part-time royal idea is not entirely new. Back in 2020, when the Sussexes announced their intention to step back, they proposed a model in which they would spend part of the year in the UK, performing royal duties, and the other part pursuing private work abroad. The Queen rejected that model outright. She made it clear that one cannot serve the monarchy only when convenient. This rejection was at the core of their eventual decision to move permanently to North America. That history makes it even more unlikely that King Charles, who has worked his entire life to streamline and modernize the monarchy, would consider approving such a plan now. Adding complexity to this issue is the public's changing attitude toward the monarchy. With Charles's reign still relatively new and Prince William preparing for his eventual role as king, the institution is under pressure to present stability and continuity. Allowing Harry to return in any sort of hybrid capacity could undermine that stability. It could even overshadow William's position, as speculation about what if Harry comes back would constantly resurface. On the other hand, there is the undeniable bond of family. Despite their disagreements, Charles is still Harry's father, and there may be a personal desire to mend fences, particularly given Charles's advancing age and his recent health challenges. This could explain why Harry's visit was accepted and why they shared even that brief hour together. Reconciliation on a family level may still be possible, but reconciliation on an institutional level, meaning Harry resuming royal duties, is far less likely. Looking at Meghan Markle's perspective adds another dimension. Meghan has shown little interest in returning to the UK, especially given her difficult experiences during her time as a working royal. Sources close to her have often suggested that she feels unwelcome, even unsafe in Britain. Her career in the United States, from entertainment ventures to business projects, also reflects her preference for independence. If Harry were to push for more time in the UK, it could create tension within their marriage, forcing Meghan to balance her personal comfort with Harry's longing for home. And then there are the children, Archie and Lilibet. Both have spent the majority of their lives in California, growing up with very little connection to the royal side of their heritage. Harry's comments about wanting to show them his homeland suggest a desire to at least maintain a link to that heritage. Whether that link is occasional visits or something deeper remains to be seen. Ultimately, what this latest chapter reveals is the ongoing complexity of Harry's position. He's both inside and outside the monarchy, both a prince and a private citizen, both attached to his homeland and deeply rooted in his new life abroad. The rumors of a comeback reflect the public's fascination with that paradox. Yet palace insiders insist that no such comeback is on the horizon. For now, Harry's royal comeback remains more fantasy than reality. What seems far more likely is a gradual warming of personal relationships, especially between father and son, without any official shift in duties. That would allow the monarchy to maintain its clarity of structure, while also giving Harry the family connection he so clearly misses. And so, while royal watchers may continue to speculate about the Duke of Sussex's potential return, the palace has drawn a firm line in the sand. There will be no part-time royals, no blurred boundaries, no halfway solutions. The monarchy, in their eyes, must remain an all-or-nothing commitment. Thank you for watching Royals Show. If you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on the royal family and their ever-changing story.